Hello everyone, it is me, Sacred again, and this trial I decided to actually play Hearts of Iron 4 again. Well, this time I wanted to play with the Soviet Union. Well, this has been requested many times, so I'll play as the Soviet Union. More importantly, as the leader of the Warsaw Pact, the Soviet Union, right after the Second World War. The mod is the Cold War, Iron Curtain, and I can really suggest you trying it out. It is a great mod, a truly great mod, and you should really try it out if you haven't yet. Iron Curtain, a world divided. I played this mod really a long time ago, even months, so I have no idea of the new mechanics. I should have perhaps read them. I'm gonna actually, well, perhaps read them first. Anyway, let's go ahead. Play as Joseph Stalin. Thanks to the sacrifice of millions of brave communists, fascism has for the most part been wiped off the earth. But behind the fallen monster hides an even greater threat. The threat of capitalism. Only having just liberated themselves, the Soviet Union must stand up to protect the world from yet another imperialistic system. The people of the world require a strong guiding hand, and there is no better candidate than the Soviet Union. Communism is gaining momentum, and Joseph Stalin intends to keep it that way. Thus only, we'll play on regular to make things, let's say, random. We'll go ahead and play without historical focuses. Let's go ahead and jump straight into the game, playing also with the Iron Man mod third arm. Just let's not call it that long, simply make it a short Cold War USSR. That should be short and easy to understand. Then here we go. I have to still read the gaming mechanics, so I'll be back when I actually read them, and I'll keep the SSRs. Okay, let's keep them. The end of the Nuremberg trials. You can pause and read it if you want, but I'm sure most of you know what the Nuremberg trials were anyways. Well, you know, World War II played out as a Cold War, but I intend not to keep it that way. Actually, my aim will be perhaps to get DEFCON 1, and well, this causes total war and ends the world for you. We'll see if the world will end for us then, but that's for us to decide, for the Soviet Union, is it? Tell me what you think. Should we end the world with nukes, yes or no? So everyone, before I continue, I want to show we have a DEFCON state, we have nuclear missiles, we have helicopters, we have the NATO, we have chemical weapons, and well, we have lots of things to learn. Well, I studied them well. If you want, you can get the mod and do the same. I'm researching some fission warheads, the Air-1 Scanner and the Aftermath Kalashnikova 1947. All set, isn't it? So then, let's see. We are, without a doubt, the superpower. Our industrial capacity is, I think, a little bit weaker than the American one. It is, yeah, a little bit weaker there. But considering we have lots of SSRs, and we have, just look, all of these nice subjects, because, you know, we are the leader of the Warsaw Pact, and everybody must obey to us. Even Albania, or... no, except Albania, they are independent. So let's go ahead, select national focus, Soviet deployment for some factories. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get these extra 6 civilian factories. We have to produce, without a doubt, nuclear reactors first. We have none yet, so I'm gonna produce them in Moscow, Moskva, Stalingrad and Leningrad. Why there? It's easy because I got a nice bonus there in these provinces. Perhaps also here in Tula, Ryazan and Tula. Alright. So I'll be back with our next decision. Without a doubt, our country is simply, well, just a really strong one, without a doubt. And well, what can we do? You know, I think the first thing, with the GDR, yeah, they are going to release themselves, so become the German Democratic Republic. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to, well, before we do the thermonuclear war, actually. Alright, you can do that, Korea. This is the war going on yet, no this isn't. It'll surely start off soon. Perhaps at one point I will have to go ahead and liberate the Chinese from Maoism. Because they don't want to be in our faction. They actually want to, how you see, clearly. But they can't because of we are actually at DEFCON 3 at this very moment. Yeah. We can't get to 4 because that's how the system works. We can, despite that, actually send volunteers to Turkestan. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I can send 17. I can send 17 divisions to East Turkestan. Can I help the Chinese? Yes, I can help them as well. I can send 29 divisions. Yeah, let's just go ahead and send a complete brigade to China. Why not? Alright. Perhaps we don't have to conquer them if we perhaps don't crucify Stalin like Khrushchev did. If you were wondering, our army isn't actually that big. Well, it's said considerably. We have 2.23 million men fielded in the field, and I think you can call our army the strongest in the world. If you actually know, if you want to know some historical facts, while the Cold War was active, NATO was sure that they would lose a conventional war against the Soviet Union. Yeah, they had no prospect of winning a conventional war against the Soviet Union, but well, the Cold War took a sudden end, and yeah, the world looks very, very, very different right now than it did just a few decades ago, if you can believe that. So what I want to do is I want to send my best divisions to help them out. How many can we send to China? Well, I think the Chinese are doing quite well though, so yeah. Well, let's send them to the East Turkestan Republic first. So we can send 17. Yeah, alright, let's just send 17 tank divisions. That's probably more than industrial capacity than even the Republic of China has. Alright, so East Turkestan, let's go ahead. Just get don't we have Georgy Zhukov, but he's a field marshal, so we can use him for that. We need a general, perhaps a tank one not. Prefer, but they all became field marshals. I hope that I can use them in this theater. Let's see. I think it actually works. Georgy Zhukov just open 9% threat. That isn't that much. And these 20 more, led by Field Marshal Ivan Konev, will go ahead and assist the People's Republic of China. If the Korean War breaks out, you can be sure that I will help them, without a doubt. I'm gonna go ahead and make Stalin reform. We shall introduce many reforms to the USSR that will bring it into the status of a superpower, making it greater than the United States of America. Well, that sounds like a nice plan, doesn't it? I hope that my divisions will arrive on time. They are en route. They'll arrive 11th of August. They arrived just at the correct time. Oh, I shouldn't have clicked that event away. You know, it's simply a old habit. I didn't play Hearts of Iron 4 for decades, but still it's like an old habit to just click things away that quick. Alright, so here are our divisions moving out, covering the line, and now we're gonna go ahead and attack into, well, push the Chinese back from East Turkestan. We have 24 divisions here. Well, it's quite obvious that China lost the war, so I wouldn't even, well, there wasn't really a necessity to send my divisions here, but I still did it. Let's just go ahead and, well, conquer the rest of the Republic of China. In the meanwhile, well, I was away, I didn't play Hearts of Iron 4 for a long time. Well, to be honest, there are simply way too many Hearts of Iron 4 YouTubers, aren't there? What do you think? Which YouTubers do you personally watch the most? I'm certain it's not me. But well, also let me know if you would even watch me if I'd play other games, which I plan to do, but I'm so busy really. For example, I am having another flight to Spain this time on the 6th of the next month, so then I won't be able to make videos for a long time again. So you see, life is like that. Well, it's a nice life, a busy life, and I, well, can't really complain about it. Do you all have some plans some trips to make, or will I just stay at home? What videos? Please let me know, I'd really love to hear it. I'll also try to reply to comments as good as I can. Well, keep playing the games as you really enjoy, and well, right now I'm enjoying it. It's not a challenge at all, but well, it's something that is unique on YouTube. The end of the Berlin airlift. Oh yeah, alright, yeah, it failed apparently. That's fine. I have no idea though why we do not have enough fuel there. Anyways, our troops are linking up, so let's just go ahead and thoroughly liberate East Turkestan. I really want to know when even the Chinese surrender here. Excuse me, they should surrender quite quick. Let's just cut a line here. The DDR established. The German Democratic Republic, otherwise known as East Germany, was founded in the Soviet-occupied zone of Germany today. The establishment of the GDR seals the division of Germany that happened in 1945. West Germany had already gained independence from Germany. Alright, well, it is a satellite state. Well, that is really not something unknown, is it? Not really. So, well, yeah. A close ally to the Soviet Union, you could say. An Iron Curtain. I'm gonna go ahead. The Doctor's Plot. Well, that's another lie. The Doctor's Plot actually never happened. Blame Jewish doctors. Well, that's just a weird path. We can either go for traditional beliefs or egalitarian beliefs. I'm gonna go for traditional ones, since the 10% recovery rate is actually quite nice. Well, I mean, women actually belong in the battlefield, so are allowed to become military pilots. But the 10% division recovery rate is still quite nice, so I'm gonna go for that. I mean, it's unhistorical and I disagree with the facts, but yeah, let's just take it because it has some nice bonuses. That's the only reason why. So, well, could say the war is over. Let's just spectate how the Republic of China will surrender and flee to Taiwan. With our provinces here, liberating the provinces of East Turkestan. Invited to our faction. I could not where tension is not high enough. Oh, so let's go ahead and build more nuclear reactors, preferably in the Stolica, in the capital. I also want to build radar stations here across Germany, of course. I want to build it in the Republic of GDR and well, maybe one also in Austria. Just like getting ready for the worst, which will well happen. Still asking myself, when will the Chinese finally flee from the mainland? I mean, come on, they do not have really that much left, do they? It's perhaps a question of time. We are advancing here. The Chinese captured Taiwan, maybe after they captured the last province. Oh, what? For what have we done the war if it just got annexed? Come on. Well, how could we knew that? Perhaps we know it now. Yeah, well, that's fine. Of course, this one. I want to get these intercontinental ballistic missiles though, but they are far away and can't really get them. Republic of China in Taiwan, so yep, the war is over and our countries are returning. They're finally returning. That's it with the war. We have another choice. We can do collectivization, which will give us 5% and plus 120 political power, or do the traditional farms. Certainly I would go ahead, well, subversive activities costs. -50, I'll rather go ahead and do the collectivization. Agricultural mismanagement. Oh, agricultural mismanagement. What does this subversive activities mean? Like, would it be cheaper to boost the politics in other countries? I'm gonna research that actually, because if that's the case, you could, for example, boost communism in the USA. Let's see if we boost, or is it Marxism, Leninism? It would cost us 0.25 per day. If that's just 0.12, it would be actually great. Let's see. Oh well, so actually I looked it up, and it's just like coup d'etat. So since that well will happen, but there's not a big problem, I'm gonna go ahead and with the collectivization. Why is the USA doing the fall of the mainland? What does that even mean? Fall of the mainland. Oh, alright. Oh, they tried to intervene. Well, did they intervene? Oh no, it's like another path. It would be fun though if they intervened and, well, probably World War III could have broken out that way. But well, it didn't. I'm gonna go ahead and build it in Rostov-on-Don. We need enough nuclear reactors, without a doubt, and even more civilian factories, which I'm going to build in our dear capital. So, since our industrial bulk will be located in, well, Moscow, is it a good idea? Well, if we build nuclear bunkers, I don't know their purpose and their usage, so it would be perhaps a good idea just to spread our industrial capacities across the whole Sovietsky Soyuz, don't you think? I think let's do that. Like, not cluster it into one province and just spread the factories out all over the Soviet Union. Yeah, I think that's a nice one. And well, let's see, the Republic of China won it. Yeah, we can't justify war goals yet, but we have tons of political power to use, which I will go ahead. I should enact extensive conscription, yep, because 326,000 isn't enough. At expert focus, I need to get war economy. That's the good thing with communist countries. So I could have gotten it since the beginning of the game, but I did not. So well, that's my mistake. We need tons of everything. You see, we are running a huge deficit, a huge and insanely huge deficit on like maybe everything. Let's go ahead and, more importantly, get weapons. I mean, what is an army without weapons? Tell me. Well, that's quite hard in armies. The Korean Civil War. Well, when will it break out? Well, when they attack. When they attack North Korea attacks North Korea completely. When they attack South Korea. They aren't doing it yet. Not yet. So we could go ahead, continue the Great Turn, or revitalize the new economic policy. It would give us the national spirit capitalism. Well, let's try to the massive damage we have done to the industry of our nation and reintroduce the Lenin policy of capitalism, so our economy can grow in a healthy manner. But did Lenin really revitalize the new economic policy? I have no idea. If somebody of you knows it, please let me know. But its bonuses are amazing, plus 20% production cap. Certainly, I'm gonna go ahead with that, get that for the Soviet Union. We could also go ahead and transfer Crimea to Ukraine, which I certainly will not. That was a huge mistake. Propose Austrian unification. Well, I could just now split up, or I could release the Austrian Democratic Republic as well. Look, the elections will take place every 40 years. What the hell? Why every 40 years? The next policy to decide on is if you want to adopt traditional healthcare or socialized healthcare. Without a doubt, socialized healthcare is the better choice here. It would give us an extra boost, plus 3% of extra people willing to die for the Soviet motherland. That will be our pick, the socialized healthcare. And I thought a bit, it will be better to get a neutral Australia than a socialist one, because if we get socialist one, then we'll have the same division like in Germany, and these ones will most likely form a separate Austrian state or just stay under Allied control, which would mean easier, just another front to engage on. But if it's neutral, then we don't have to worry about this front here at all, and we can redirect our army and our forces only against the German border through Czechoslovakia. Oh, the conflict in Korea just happened. We should do something. That's a nice idea. I'm gonna go ahead and send volunteers. I can send 20. It will be 20 of the best. And for what? Why are they running low on supplies? Oh, because alright, that's that is quite quite bad. Let's see, where can I send them to? Perhaps just send them to Moscow. Yeah, I don't think that I can really use them there, can I? No, they have really a crappy amount of supplies. Yeah, they aren't really feasible at all. I need troops which are in good organization, or these ones are, despite them being light infantry. I think they will be the bulk of our troops in Korea. Simply lower them to 20, there we go. They will be led by, let's see who's best here, Georgy Zhukov! Aggressive organization first, charismatic and winter experts. Georgy Zhukov will go ahead into Korea right now. Send volunteers, Georgy Zhukov, 1.3. Request permission, yeah, up to 40 points. Wait, I have to assign points, yeah, I'll do that, Well, I really didn't know that we have such a strong air force. We have around, how many points? 10, close to 10,000. I just need to search 40 close air supports and then assign them to that air group. Finally, I got some 40 points. Now they will be sent into the Korean theater. We will ensure North Korean victory. 20 will be sent as well as the air volunteers. They are on the way. World tension is at 37%, rising even higher. Let's see, you know, historically the war took a sudden turn here at Busan. I'm excited to see if the case will be this time here. Seoul is still not captured yet, they're actually advancing. If Communist China enters the conflict, so are we. Our volunteers are... They will arrive after 2 days, 24th of July. They arrived in Pyongyang. They will take the offensive. Okay, Seoul has been captured. They will reinforce the front line at once. Reinforce the front line. Hold the Allied troops from advancing any further. Holding their positions for now. As long as we have Seoul under our control, things will be fine. It will be fine. Attacking to Busan. There we go. Third wave of US volunteers. The third wave of volunteers. Or things are looking bad for them, so they'll just stop attacking for now. It's even running low of supplies. We may have to fall back to the line in Seoul. Let's see. I'm just gonna keep the troops here and see how the war develops. And the last policy to decide on is if we want to educate the masses or get the working man. I think the 10% construction speed for everything is quite a nice one. I'm gonna go ahead, get that, and after that do some other focus trees, because without a doubt our focus tree is insanely huge and we have lots of many years to play on. I have to reform really everything, and that's a long term, but I really enjoy my status as superpower. That I can probably proclaim here, without a doubt. Yeah, it's fun, it's fun. For me, it seems like that the war, well, will end on a stalemate, but the good news is that the stalemate will be in favor of the North Koreans, giving them a whooping 13 military factories, while the South Koreans have 0. They are getting land lease though, but not in that type numbers. Actually, I can just go ahead and give them some land lease as well. No, we can't, because we lack around 123,000 weapons. It's the biggest problem.